fighter. All my life I had to be a fighter. All my life I had to be a fighter. Waiting on the day to see the sun brighter. Had to go out and get it, living without a limit. Oh, I had to be a fighter. All my life I had to be a fighter.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Kev, and you're not tuned in to the Hey Now podcast, a conversation with a bunch of nobodies. Oh man, I'm with my boy
Allan Ray, international ball player, Bronx, New York.
Gabby, and I just want the cameraman and the editor to know that nigga better spell my name right this time on the shit. G-A-B-Y, cameraman, editor. Just in case you didn't know.
You've been waiting to tell me that, right?
Nigga, I even told this nigga that hit you.
Alright, ding. Shaq here, aka the Shaq this. Jennings Lewis, and I'm here today.
All right, man. How's everybody doing? First off,
I'm doing good.
Chilling.
Well,
how was workouts? You had a little workout?
Yeah, workouts was good today this morning. Me and Pops, like always, getting it in.
That's love.
How's that been going? That's been going on for a while, right?
Yeah, he been home and working out for a while.
Pause.
Yeah, listen,
Pops.
It is what it is.
It's just pops.
It's your father. You don't gotta say pause.
Nah, it's for the audience, you know.
I know. I feel you,
You know
bro.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I was be wilding with that.
They gonna be back home like, hey, yo.
What Ray talking about?
I'm like, hey, yo.
All right, man. So let's get to talking, man. One of the conversations that I think we should have is start off is with Kanye, man. Yeah, we was just talking about it. What pretty sure everybody knows what's going on with Kanye and his rants. Before you guys get my opinion, I want to hear your thoughts. Let's start off with I want to start off with Ray because he was about to purchase some Yeezys in the store, so I want to hear his thoughts.
And I talked him out of it.
I mean, personally, I'm give him benefit of the doubt, man. I think he on something right now. I ain't gonna lie to you. There's no reason for him to be acting like that. Like, he's my guy. I like his music and everything like that, but he's definitely like bugging out right now with some of the things he's saying, some of how he's acting.
Let me ask you now, do you think he's doing this, you think he needs some attention?
I mean, honestly, his album's coming out. Guys like to do things before their album come out, like to promote themselves, but I mean, at the same time, he promoting himself, but he pissing a lot of people off too.
Looking back. Jennings, go ahead, because I know you're very passionate when it comes to Kanye.
Take your time, man, because this is a touchy subject, man. This is a sensitive issue, man.
No,
don't be the typical nigga.
No. I believe in accountability. Kev held me accountable this afternoon. I almost didn't make it. He blacked on me. I said, okay. You blacked, I'm coming.
Accountability.
He wasn't here last time, so it was kind of.
You're right. Accountability. Accountability.
Yeah.
I don't know how to spell.
We was trying to make sure it was a habit, but anyway.
So, I do not endorse his statements.
Nothing he's saying.
I'm not endorsing it. Let's be clear. But right now we're watching the demise of one of the most iconic figures in real time. The man is mentally ill. Charlamagne asked him, Kanye, are you on meds? He in the mountains.
First of all, where were they?
Nobody even knows.
Excuse me, where was it? Anybody? What?
Wyoming,
Montana.
somewhere.
He got 300 acres. He's trying to build a community there.
You brought up an interesting point. You know what that reminded me of when I saw them walking in the woods? You remember the Neverland Ranch, Michael Jackson?
Trying to build like his own cult type
interview from like 93?
Yeah.
I felt like this was Michael Jackson Neverland Ranch Part 2.
But Kanye is the type of person that would do something like that.
We're watching a live freak show. Personally, I hope this is not the case. We may lose him prematurely. We've seen this story happen time and time again with black iconic figures. This doesn't end well. He never recovered from his mom passing. He says he's on opioids. He went to TMZ.
Got lipo.
Who you think told him to do that?
Listen,
He's him.
he's officially a Kardashian. Officially. You know that's a trademark.
Right? He goes on TMZ and says they prescribe me medication every day. He said he takes the medication once a week. I'm going to put it out there. I have family members who battle mental illness. When they're taking their medication, I can deal with them. When they're not, they're doing these frantic, random things. And I think, granted, as a community, regardless what kind of nonsense Kanye's been doing, he's hip-hop, which means he's one of us.
So we got to save Kanye.
I'm not saying we have to save him, but I just think if he overdoses tomorrow, everybody's going to say, damn, but I'm not going to be shocked.
But I'm saying it's not like people ain't reaching out, though.
No, people are reaching out.
Gabi, what's your take on that, Gabi?
I was just raised different. The truth is, I don't give a fuck about what Kanye West has to say about politics. Because I'm not here for Kanye West to be talking politics. I didn't meet Kanye West for talking politics. So whatever opinion Kanye West got about politics is none of my business. And honestly, I don't got to listen to him. Y'all paying way too much attention. Y'all giving him the attention that he's been wanting, the attention that he planned this to get. And he's getting all the attention that he wants. His album is about to come out. Other people in his camp's albums is about to come out. Y'all giving him too much attention, and I'm not going to talk too much about it because I really don't give a fuck about Kanye West. Never copped a pair of sneakers, never copped nothing about Kanye West. I really don't care for Kanye West because I don't look up to Kanye West. And none of you niggas should look up to Kanye West either because honestly, he ain't somebody you want to look up to. I ain't going to look up to him.
Kanye hurt you?
I hope he fucking heard me.
I mean, he ain't never inspire you.
He ain't never inspired me.
No,
I love his music. No, I love his music. Yo, not graduation. I like his music.
College dropout,
but what he gotta say about
Nigga Ray looked at him. You ain't like graduation.
Yo, you know what I'm saying? What he gotta say about politics.
My beautiful dark twisted
Talking
fantasy.
about him like he Tekashi.
Facts.
Yo, I don't care for what Kanye West got to say about politics. I don't feel like anybody should care either because he's not a
No,
politician.
I agree with his point. We should not look to rappers to
As
talk about
politicians.
social issues all the time.
Especially when they're being ignorant about it. Like, come on, it's stupid.
That's a T.I.
But we have to take into
T.I.
account the man's admitted he's on meds.
No, he got to take into account.
We're not dealing with someone who's speaking from a sane perspective
He's grown.
Oh, let's go, Cavs.
right now, which is not.
Some grown ass man.
Shaq, what is your perspective on that, man, before we move on?
I mean, listen, man. I agree with everybody thus far. Kanye is a genius. I feel like his approach is a little too radical with the whole "Make America Great" hat again. But I understood that. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, you know, a lot of America ain't really on that. He trying to turn the "Make America Great" hat again into the nigga word. Like, all right, they try to use that as an evil tool, and I'm gonna use that and try to make it cool. But it kind of went over niggas' heads. It's way too soon.
And also, we're still living it.
But you see, but
look,
it goes "Make America Great." You feel me?
And
it's never great for.
I don't understand what the
minorities in
again part means.
So it's hard. It's
When people
hard.
say
It's
again.
hard switching it.
Oh, that's a fact.
What you think about his slavery comments?
Ignorant.
Let me just.
I mean, listen.
He tried. But what you think about him trying to justify it when he said that slavery was a choice, that we had the numbers, that we outnumbered them, but we still allowed it to happen?
That's what I feel like his first point was. But it's still an ignorant comment, all in all.
Yeah, I would say I actually get what he was trying to say, but again, I would say it was an ignorant comment because that's saying that those people wasn't strong enough, you know. That was trying to
Which
say that
they
those
weren't.
people were weak, you know.
Which they weren't. At the end of the day, he
So
forgot.
that's why
It was offensive.
It was offensive, you know.
It was an
For him to
offensive
even
thing to
say
say.
that, you know, to even bring that up, like
At the end of the day, he forgot we was we were forced not to be taught to read and write. You know what I'm saying? So we were forced to be left behind.
Yeah, we was deprived from that.
We was deprived. That's the word.
So it's not. So it's not like it was a choice. We was deprived from the things. You feel me? So it's not like it's a choice.
But how do you stand up to that? If 10 people stand up to one gun, who gonna win? You feel me?
The 10 people.
No, I'm not even. We shouldn't even try to justify. I don't think he even meant to say that.
No, but listen. Let me tell you, this is
He
wasn't
armed.
They had dogs. They had guns.
You know what's getting me upset?
Man.
You know what I'm upset?
It's a tough subject.
Yeah, that and y'all keep giving this man the time of day to explain his nonsense for him. Don't explain his nonsense for him. Don't try to back. Nah.
But it's not.
He's ignorant,
Listen,
and he gotta shut up. And that's what he gotta do.
Because at one point,
it's perspective.
At one point,
whether we agree on it or not, it's still a perspective.
And at one point, his
this was the
music
same
did
guy that said
reflect
George
how
Bush
he
doesn't
felt.
care about black people.
You feel me?
Right.
And that's
The
why
same guy who said that on live TV.
right. You shouldn't even pay attention to Kanye West.
You know what I'm saying? But look,
we gonna move on. We gonna move on to
more money, bro. You understand? He gonna fuck with
No, he's part of the 1%.
bracket.
yeah.
He's part of the 1%.
Remember,
We don't
Kanye
mention
nigga
that
was
white
a
man's
hierarchy
name in this
you know?
program.
Okay, one more. Let's look at it like this. Also, people are saying Kanye West was making conscious music for now 10 years, right? And nothing has changed. Nothing has changed in our culture. What's to say he's not just taking a different approach because we're not changing? We're actually getting worse. In our culture, all we do is hate. We don't congratulate anything. So he's now taking a far left approach. And I think
he's supporting Trump.
No.
People hate
Listen,
he's using peace, love, and positivity to try to inspire other people to use it too, because we're all too busy trying to up on each other. He's saying he's basically trying to say we should all help each other. That's why he's like, yo, let me give you a hug. Oh, I love you. Oh, I love this and I love that.
That nigga ain't paying our bills.
That nigga Kanye.
At the end of the day, that's the message he's trying to say. But he's too doped up on opioids, which is what I feel like is actually the publicity stunt. Because he keeps talking about opioids and what is going on in America right now is an opioid crisis. And that doesn't really affect black culture. So he's using that to connect to the white society and saying, I was on opioids, and this is why I'm acting like this. He's actually just trying to use love to connect everybody. His approach is too radical for us. But it's not for us. Because we're supposed to just understand Kanye West.
Right.
We know that man. We know that man. He made Jesus walk.
You just can't.
You can't use Trump. Somebody who blatantly don't like minorities.
And then you could tell it's blatant white supremacists. You just can't. I'm sorry. You could have used 1,000.
At the end of the day, you can't fight fire with fire. And that's what we've been doing for centuries.
The problem
with
Kanye is Kanye always wanted acceptance from the white people. That is the problem.
It's not that we want it. We need it. We got it. We need it to.
No. You don't need to. We don't need to
coexist, bro. If they got all the money and we got no money, how are we gonna get the money?
He's always to do his plans and what he wants to do. You need white people. He's setting that Charlemagne.
Come on, bro.
You need them to open the doors. He wants to build his own factory, his own manufacturing.
After this,
no black person can put him on to that.
Yeah.
No Hispanic can put him on to that, bro. He need to get under those white dudes and learn the game to build. He bought those acres to buy warehouses to build his own easy clothing.
I don't need the white man to do nothing.
I agree, man. All right, let's move on, man.
One more thing.
Exactly.
Oklahoma City lost because of Russell Westbrook.
And Melo.
Just have to throw that in.
Melo.
Just kidding. So you're just gonna skip everything and just jump into that?
I
just have to throw that out.
That's the winner Henny in this nigga. Hold on, I got you right now.
It's time to talk about this Kanye.
Melo sucks.
Can we talk about that? Oh, I'm good, bro. Oh.
Before we get into,
I wouldn't want. I mean,
I think we're just gonna skip and just go into Cleveland. Okay, so you're so we still want to talk about that.
We have to, man.
All right, man.
Unless Gabby shuts it down.
Nah, I really don't care what he want to talk about. He's gonna have to talk about.
No, we're moving on.
We're gonna talk about.
Okay.
No.
Anything but
The Cosby conviction.
We could talk about that. I like that.
Everybody
I'll start it off.
Share your thoughts.
I'll start it off. What I feel about the Cosby, I just feel that You know, why wait so long to accuse a man of doing something to you 30, 40 years ago? I feel like he was gonna do something big. And
What was he gonna do?
He was trying to buy NBC.
I don't know. Listen, there's a lot of rumors and stuff. I just feel he was gonna do something big that the white man didn't want him to do.
That plus he was going to every black college telling niggas to step up. He was speaking that woke shit way before that 13th documentary and way before everybody was on that wave.
And he was also slipping Mickeys too.
Listen, that was 10 years before that.
Cosby, I love you.
That was 10 years before that.
I see you in the airport. You was blind, but you still my dog.
So this is the thing.
Go ahead.
I'm not condoning people drugging women or women drugging men. I'm not condoning that.
Me neither. But what happened to Weinstein?
But the whole
Facts.
Weinstein, a bunch of them.
And they got proof on.
First of all, hold on, time out. We're sending
Tom
Bill
Brokaw.
Cosby to jail. Charlie Sheen admitted to having sex with 200 women
and gave them AIDS.
Knowing he had HIV.
But he paid them though.
So,
my nigga, that is a crime. If you do that, you're going to jail.
Hugh Hefner, I don't want to bring up the dead. He was fucking 14, 15-year-old women in the Playboy Mansion. They didn't bother him. I just feel like in society we pick and choose.
We do pick and choose
who we want to vilify.
We do pick and choose, but at the end of the day,
and black people are too quick to throw their stars under the fucking bus.
So if he did it, if he was slipping Mickeys,
he's wrong.
I'm not defending that.
No, he admitted to that.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about.
I'm not defending.
So he admitted he's wrong. He admitted that shit.
Technically, he's wrong.
What I was trying to say at that time, like in the 50s, 60s, 70s, in Hollywood,
you know what I'm saying? That was right after slavery.
People
were like, fuck it, I'm gonna get
people
these
were doing
bitches.
drugs. People were having orgies. It was a drug culture in Hollywood.
That's not even right, yo.
All
right. So we spoke at that. So OKC recently lost to Utah. You know, my boy who I think is going to be Rookie of the Year, which I've been correct so far in this podcast, D. Mitchell, Savage.
he is nice.
So
That's until
from the
we see what happens.
OKC, Russell Westbrook shot the ball 43 times for 46 points. So I'm going to start off by I'm going to ask Ray. We spoke about this earlier. Have you ever shot the ball 43 times in a game?
Never shot the ball 43 times in my life.
Why is that? You got to be in shape for that, right?
Yeah, you got to be in shape to shoot 43 times. But, I mean, after like 20 shots, man, I'm going to start feeling bad. Especially if I ain't making them. But if I'm...
So you shoot 20 shots and you made 7, you feel bad?
Yeah. I need to make more.
Percentage, yeah.
Yeah, percentages.
50 at least.
But if I'm on, yeah, I'm shooting. If I'm on and I know I could get 50, I'm on. I'm shooting. I won't feel bad after that. But 40,
what you saying? You got to be in shape to do that.
Yeah, you got to be in shape to shoot the ball 43 times and play defense. And how many minutes he played? He probably played the whole game.
Played the whole game.
Yeah, probably played the whole game.
Yeah.
So now, do you feel because of this, like it's over? Like, you think Paul George is out? You think Melo's out?
Yeah, Paul George is out for sure.
Melo said he's not playing the bench for nobody.
I think they're gonna work out a little buyout for Melo.
Yeah. I don't
think they want him back.
Yeah, I don't want to see Melo end up like how they did Iverson. How they kicked Iverson out the league.
I always say that, man. Iverson is one of the player who changed the basketball culture and the way they treated him outside the league, man. It was just so disrespectful, man.
Steph too. Not like AI, but Steph.
But Steph went a little.
But Melo got that leverage though. What he making? 20-something million.
28 next year.
Yeah, like 28 mil.
So like he still got a little bit of leverage. You know what I mean?
Now, he'll take a buyout for 25, and then the next team will give him the power of somebody's star factor. When you have the best player in the gym on your side, that's not something you can easily just dismiss. So I agree that T. Lue should have played Tristian a lot more. That would have helped him maybe escape his, marital issues. I think the Toronto series is pretty much a bye. Like, get the brooms out. Yeah.
Honestly,
hey, listen, Kyle Lowry, your man, so I want to know how you feel about how we're going to get to that in a second.
No, let's get to it now.
Okay.
Hold on, Gabby got to say something.
Go ahead.
yo, listen, man. don't even know what I was gonna say because y'all over here talking right when I was gonna say something and I forgot. Totally.
It'll come back. It'll come
They
back.
will.
Listen, y'all acting like Tristian Thompson.
Say it now. Say it now. Say it now.
Didn't want this. Like he know what he doing. Tristian Thompson is a 25-year-old
He's
NBA
still upset
player.
about that.
90 mil.
$90 million. Married to a motherfucking Kardashian.
Oh, old John. No, not married. Got the baby. Got the baby.
Oh, baby mama.
Get out.
My bad.
Look at
Nobody
Tristian,
really,
look at Tristian.
only crazy niggas marry a Kardashian. But anyway.
Get out. Yup.
You know what I'm saying? That nigga know what he doing, man. He was sitting on the bench like, these motherfuckers is retarded.
Oh, wait, hold up. I didn't even look at the score.
That's why I said, sweet, get the brooms.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Right now,
Get him out of here.
Damn,
It's done. Get him out of here.
Yo, and for everybody out there, he's going for Toronto. Just
Yeah, just so y'all know, you know, Kyle
Lowry
Lowry is his man. So,
No, my boys are on that team.
so how you feel about that, man? You think
He has nowhere to go. Get out of here.
When
Stop
everybody
it.
hits you up and say, "Yo, what's going on with Kyle Lowry, man?" When he plays LeBron James, man, because this has been going on for a few years.
But you know what's crazy? That he always does good against LeBron James, though. You feel me? It's not like he does bad. It's just the team as a whole cannot get through LeBron James. Pause.
He said it right there. The team as a whole.
Oh, yeah. You feel me?
Like, you can't just put it on Kyle.
It's not on Kyle because
Yeah.
DeMar is definitely there and they, you know.
And Kyle's playing good right now too. You know what I mean? You can't put it on him, man.
Definitely.
You playing against the greatest player and one of the best players in the league right now. So it got to be a team.
one of the greatest players that ever played the game.
Top five.
That's true, for sure.
Top five.
sure.
Definitely.
And it might be some people's top two.
I'm so glad this is being recorded, yo. I'm going to
Top
use
five.
this shit on you.
Listen.
Yo, I'm so glad.
Listen.
I am
The only
thankful.
mistake LeBron ever made
Thank
to
you.
me is that he ain't come to New York.
Get out of here. Stop.
Yo.
Yo, next
That's
topic.
our
Next topic.
Make sure you keep that mistake.
Yeah, we're going to edit that. We're going to edit that.
That's an outtake. That's an outtake.
Listen, that's definitely a blooper.
I'm done.
That's a blooper.
Nigga is next.
Yeah, pull
Yo,
that hand
listen,
again. You keep sipping that.
Oh, shout out to Villanova winning the championship.
Oh, yeah,
Can't forget
man.
that's for sure.
We did win that ship.
Unfortunately, they had no Dominicans on the team, but that's a different.
Actually,
Ray, I wanted to ask you something about that. So, Villanova has had a great last 5 years.
Yeah.
Either they win or they're serious contenders. Do you feel as though, I mean, I feel this way, but do you feel as though the class with you, Lowry, Foy, kind of built that foundation for where the program is today?
For sure, man.
Facts.
And Coach Wright tells me that all the time. Every time I talk to him, he always say that like it started with you guys. You know, like when we first got there, my freshman and sophomore year, like it was rough. We was losing. We didn't win too many games, but like Coach Wright stayed on us, pushed us, and like continued to show us the right way to play. And I mean, my junior and senior year, you could see how we played.
Mhm.
We became a great team, and then like that just carried on. So, like once we left, like Mike Nardi was still there,
Definitely one of my favorites.
Curtis Sumter was still there, and like they just continued that tradition. So that's what happens every year. Like the tradition just keeps continuing after every year. So like we got great seniors and great leaders that's always gonna have that program like that. Like believe it or not, like, we're gonna be like a Duke, North Carolina. Like we just gonna have those good players coming in. We're gonna be a top team every year. Mark my words.
What do you think about Javon Quinley headed to Villanova this fall?
That's the Jelly fam. Huh?
Yeah, the Jelly Fam guard.
Yeah. I mean, Villanova's guard university. You know what I mean? We're gonna find the good guards.
Mhm.
And
Facts.
yeah, I'm excited actually. You know, he's bringing a different culture to Villanova. You know, it's definitely gonna be interesting. But I'm definitely gonna be too good.
Okay. How often do you go back?
Man, I haven't been back in a couple of years.
Oh,
You know, just
he speaks to Jay Ray all
been,
the time.
yeah. I mean, I talk to Coach Wright. You know, we text each other. But I mean, this overseas grind, man, is crazy.
Yeah.
Now me, I went to college and
you did?
I went to
Sound
college.
like it.
I got a 4-year
Surprisingly.
degree, communications. I did the basketball playing way.
You hear that, everybody?
Basketball playing
You have a chance.
communications way.
Everybody.
That's
There
what
is
I did.
hope. There is hope. Hope, baby.
I got my degree,
Yo,
That's what
but
this show is all
Yo,
about,
talk
bringing
about-
hope
talk
and
about-
awareness.
can I ask my question?
Go ahead.
Did you enjoy college besides basketball?
Yeah.
Like, was college very, very, very fun?
Nah, it was fun. College was fun.
Like,
man.
super fun?
Yeah, we had a good time.
Like, you know what I mean, fun?
Yeah, I mean, I had my fun in
Sure
college.
is fun.
Man. I had my
That's
fun
all I like to
in
hear.
college.
You're a college basketball player. What you mean?
Nigga, not only that, but one of the top
That's right.
playing.
Nah, I visited
everybody
Villanova. I ain't gonna lie.
everybody
That shit
just
looking
treated us
like
good,
a
man.
fucking horror movie.
Did your
but-
friends ever visit you in college? Like, did you ever have your friends over for the weekend?
Oh,
Yeah, my best friends definitely came out.
And, like, did they enjoy their time there?
Yeah, for sure.
Because I
For
remember I went to Louisville, like,
Gabi,
with
Gabi,
Edgar,
don't.
and I had mad fun,
Yeah,
yeah.
Gabi can't talk.
I can't talk too much. I can't go like too into it.
Gabi,
But I had a lot of fun in Louisville.
Gabi
eh?
the bell. Gabi,
Listen.
you can't talk about it.
Yo, Louis.
I'm not gonna say too much. I can't talk too much.
Louisville is
Listen,
already.
No,
Yo, while we on the topic of school, yo, shout out to all those kids that took the state math test this week,
Oh.
man. Yo, my nephew, shout out to my nephews, yo. They said they did good on that math
My
test,
son
man.
too.
Shout out
He
to all the
killed
kids
it.
taking that state test. Back to the show.
I'm almost kid out actually. I'm all
Yeah,
I don't even want to talk about
my
I don't
job.
want to talk about that right now.
Yo, and these
But,
guys, yo,
yeah, I don't even want to
nah.
talk about that right now. Next topic, we're gonna talk about Philly. Man, we're gonna talk about Philly versus Boston real quick before we get into this good Allan Ray story, man. So real quick, Philly and Boston, man. I had this conversation with Shaq.
Yeah.
I know we got so far. I got Donovan Mitchell as Rookie of the Year, and you know everybody talk about Ben Simmons. I wanna ask you.
Episode that Jason Tatum was a rookie. So when we started talking about the guy, I said that guy don't even play like a rookie. I didn't even know he was a rookie. So that was my pick. But we're gonna see how this play out.
So what I was saying, it was that freaking Jason Tatum, man. He's been putting up some good numbers. So can he be in the discussion? Ray, I know you a former Boston guy. How you feel about that? Do you think he should be in the discussion or no? Because he really wasn't showing that during the season, or he was, or
What you mean?
what's your take?
Oh, Jason
I'm just
Tatum?
asking the question.
I mean,
He's up.
honestly, I like Jason Tatum. I think he's nice, but you got Ben Simmons and you got Donovan Mitchell doing what they doing. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard to put Jason Tatum in there with how they playing. Don't get me wrong, Jason Tatum is nice as hell. But, I mean, I can't put him over Donovan or Ben Simmons right now.
And it's tough because Donovan
Donovan
took
tied his series. Jason Tatum took his series, 1-0,
But you also gotta understand, Donovan ended up beating Donovan beat an OKC team with Russ.
With
I ain't
Melo,
even gonna lie.
Paul George.
That is
I think that kind of sealed
And we
it.
can't forget
That's
that
a
Donovan just
whole
beat a
fact,
Houston
bro.
team without Ricky Rubio.
Yeah.
That's a
And he moved over to the
without.
You feel me?
That's a cold fact. That boy is cold.
that's
I
a
ain't
little
gonna-
tough.
I
I
picked
ain't
Ben
gonna lie,
Simmons.
that boy cold.
And I'ma
But
stay
who
with Ben
else is on
Simmons.
Boston?
A lot. They got
No.
Jason Rozier.
Rozier stepping up.
Who's that?
Holford, let's shout out
Like
to my
that's somebody.
Dominicans.
That's somebody you should ask. What was he doing during the season?
No. Actually, Rozier, he actually been playing well ever since Kyrie been hurt. Ever since he got inserted into the starting lineup.
Ever since he left Eric Bledsoe in Africa and this nigga was in Nigeria.
He's been playing well, yo.
Shit got real over
Yeah, he's
there,
been
my
playing
boy.
well, yo. I ain't gonna lie.
So
Yo, but is that Bledsoe stay like this?
he shook his boots
I
off.
was actually surprised.
And they had-
That's
This
a
was
fact,
good,
yo.
they had
Yo,
the nerve
yo, what
to say,
happened?
Who is he? Who is he?
Yo, yeah.
Nigga said, I don't know that nigga.
That's crazy.
Oh,
but
man.
I argue with my pops about this all the time, man. With Ben Simmons
And D Mitch?
Yeah.
Who your pops got?
D Mitch.
You know his
D
shit.
Mitch is actually a rookie.
He knows his shit.
That
Ben
that's
Simmons has been collecting an NBA check for 2 years.
That's-
So you're not a rookie.
that's the argument right there.
Sheesh.
Is he really a rookie?
He's not.
That's the argument. Some
I think
people
y'all
say
mad
he
at-
is. Some people say he isn't.
Yo, whoever I think y'all sound upset right now with
What?
Ben Simmons.
Oh no, is either I'll take Cole rookie between him and D Mitch.
Not
or just
even
D
Cole.
Mitch.
You've been collecting for the last 2
Listen,
years. When you found a
the
W2.
playoffs do not count. You feel me? So D Mitch is not gonna win Rookie of the Year. If they go by the regular
That's messed
season, it's Ben Simmons at the end of the day. All this, he's not a rookie stuff. He's not a rookie. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, the rules say he's a rookie. So he could win Rookie of the Year. So he's
wait,
there.
hold on. So Boston play who next? Like who Philly play next?
No, it's Philly and Boston, and whoever wins, they
Game
Eastern
2 tonight.
Conference.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, so if Boston sweep Philly, what you gonna say?
Boston's not sweeping Philly. Philly's winning that series in 6.
And they better win today.
You heard it here first.
I mean,
I don't think
they win it in 6, but they lost.
Okay, so playoffs is a whole nother series.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Philly wins in 6.
I'm just saying. We talking about the Cavs sweeping Toronto right now, right? Because they have one game, right?
They have LeBron James.
LeBron James.
That shit changes everything, bro. That shit changes everything.
Team for him though.
Yeah, we gonna go Cavs.
With LeBron.
We gonna send
LeBron.
K-Love over there. We gonna keep Melo.
You think Bron staying with the Cavs?
Yeah, you know why?
If we get Melo,
No.
hell yeah.
You know why I think
Come on.
Melo
No.
is staying? You know why I think LeBron
He's
is
going
staying
to
with
Houston.
the Cavs? Because not only
I
is
don't
he
know.
from there, but the Cavs have trade assets. And let's not forget, Kawhi Leonard wants to get traded somewhere. Let's
That's
not
a fact.
forget that
But I don't think
you
Kawhi
got Hood, you got Clarkson, you have these young guys that could ball out, and Popovich will make something out of them. And if Kawhi don't want to be there, Pop is not going to leave him there.
Pop is not
And
going to
he
be
go-
around for much longer.
All right, but he's around now, and he's going to be around for the next year or two.
So you think
Pop might leave.
Kawhi and LeBron teaming up next year?
I think
It's
it's a
possible.
possibility.
I think it's a possibility.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
gangster.
You like
I ain't
them
even
trade
gonna lie.
assets, right? They
But
can trade.
now,
Yeah.
And they all make the money.
LeBron always said that Kawhi was like, he always used to give him the most problems.
but like,
'Cause he
honestly,
plays
like, do y'all think that would like? Do you think that would kind of like work, like LeBron?
I mean, it's not. They
Kawhi?
need something else.
You could. I can't. I can't see
LeBron's
that.
a very unselfish player.
Very.
If LeBron decided to play the point for 48 minutes, he'd get 15 dimes a game.
Yeah, but Kawhi is unselfish too. I never heard Kawhi like.
Until now.
No,
So let's talk
it's
about
not
it.
even
Well,
I don't think
until
what he's doing
now.
is selfish.
I don't think he's
We'll
being
just them to
selfish.
beat a Golden State.
No, hell no.
I think
Exactly.
Hell no. They would need more. Just them
Well,
two. No,
now with
they
shooters.
would need
Go
more.
to
shooters.
What else they gonna do if they trade
I
all
think
those
Houston
people?
could be Golden State.
So I don't know.
Nah, hell no. You know why? We'll get into that, but I don't think so because Houston rely too much on threes. If they ain't hitting threes, it's over. Like, yeah,
Why?
you seen them what happened with
Yeah, but if Golden State don't hit threes, it's over.
But they also got KD.
They
also
lock
got
up too.
Exactly.
But they have to hit
So
threes.
Exactly.
If Steph and KD is off, they're not hitting
It's not likely
Chris
that they'll
Paul
hold
and
you
James
off.
That
Harden
shit is
ain't hitting
horrible.
threes. What the fuck Houston got? Trevor Reason?
But they always hitting threes. He's Dominican.
Nigga, they ain't hit.
No,
Oh yeah,
no.
shout out.
He's Dominican. He's
Yo,
he's somewhere.
Maybe like great grandmother, great grandmother.
Alright. I respect what we
His
have.
great uncle is Dominican.
So we spoke about OKC, man. The Cavs, man.
Hold on, I seen something about Tekashi on there.
Oh, you want to talk about? Oh yeah.
Come on, man. I'm from Highbridge, man.
Oh, that's your. Okay. We talk about you, man, Tekashi.
Yeah.
So Tekashi basically he had a 4.5 million deal endorsement deal with some headphones, but because the situation that happened at the Barclays, the shooting,
His nigga done behavior.
his nigga dumb behavior, they ended up pulling the deal.
Allegedly.
They pulled the
Allegedly, yeah.
They pulled the $4.5
You're right.
million dollar deal, and he was supposed to perform in the Barclays, I think,
And he can't.
in July, August,
Because
and
of
they
the shit
banned
out.
him. So I want to ask y'all. So y'all really think he the streets is really on him, or he just needed attention, trolling, or?
First of all,
I'm getting tired of him, though. I think he has a voice, and I just want him to use it in a.
More positive, like.
Listen, honest,
he's not the king of New York. That's number one.
That's a fact. Jay-Z did
You
that.
know what I'm saying? He's not the king of New York. I'm rocking with my boy A Boogie over there.
Of course,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
But he talked good about it.
McDonald,
He
yeah,
never
right
say nothing about.
Yeah.
I like Don Q.
Yeah, but I think he needs to just tone it down a little bit, man.
He
For
is.
real, for
He
real.
will.
Who?
After this, he will.
Tekashi. Like,
Definitely.
and
I
I
think
know
he
he's
just
doing that for like publicity and all that. You know what I'm saying? He got hits. Don't get me wrong.
Hits?
I think he got.
No, you know
What do we quantify a hit?
for the what's going on right now.
Billboard.
For what's going on?
No.
Okay, he's trying it. He's
So what's
trying
going on
it.
right now?
He's trying it.
No.
He's
That's
trying
not a
it.
hit. That's why I respect Jermaine Dupri.
But for his music, I'm saying for what's going on right now.
Bro. You're not
He's
going to
trying it.
listen to it 2 years from now. So that's not a hit.
It's a hit right now.
I'm
He's
talking
trying
about
to
right now.
Trendy.
Yes, it's
trending.
It's
He's
trending
trending.
right
It's not a
now.
hit.
It's trending right now. It's a hit right now. It's trending right now. That's what it is.
I don't know, man. He made like
He on
trendy
the
music,
charts,
and
man.
he is. I respect
He
that he's
getting to the
getting
bag.
money, like my man J. Cole said. But listen, that ain't going nowhere. You ain't gonna eat off of that. You ain't gonna live off of
He
that.
just lost 4.5.
Exactly.
That's tough. That's
It's
a
over.
that's an L. You feel? That's a tough one, man.
That's a big L.
That's a tough one, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Bobby Shmurda should have been an example for y'all niggas. Y'all niggas ain't.
Yeah, talk about it.
That's dumb. Like, come on. These little niggas is dumb. And that's why they will never reach the status of our generation artists. They will always be trendy artists, and that's it.
That
I
boy,
agree, but that's what it is right now, unfortunately, you know. But hopefully, you know, I think every few years, you know, the game changes, so and evolves. So we'll see, you know, what's his thing. I think my man A Boogie, like A Ray, I think he's holding it down. I think he's a young, positive kid.
That's different. That's a different.
He got
that's a different breed.
Yeah.
He's really like an artist, you know. He's
How you feel about A Boogie, Dad?
Yo, listen, man. Honestly, I was one of the first niggas on A Boogie.
Remember that summer?
I was one of the first niggas on A Boogie, and I like them.
Pause.
Pause. I'm a grown ass man. Pause.
Pause.
My bad. But yo, listen, he just make hits. I haven't heard one song that I do not like. Like I could listen to his mixtape and his albums from one song to the other, to the last song, the first to the last, and I listen to it all day. I go to work, I listen to A Boogie. Right now, he's the most popping young nigga out right now.
Yeah, he always
and
has a
shout
nice
out to
message.
Cardi too, BX. You know she from Hot
She
Beach
holding
too.
down. She's Dominican.
Cardi holds
She's
down.
Dominican.
Cardi is Dominican too. You dig? On my Dominicano.
Let's get alright. So I know we're going like a little back and forth, man, but I want to get into the Cavs, man, because I think my
They on it
boy,
right now.
I think my boy Tristian Thompson, is holding it down.
He doesn't want to go home.
You know,
He doesn't want to go too many
they
problems
let,
at home.
they let that cheating ass nigga work, and I'm happy
for the black,
You feel me?
the faithful black
Tristan
community.
Thompson, my boy, is back.
Yeah,
you know,
Propaganda
started game
towards
7.
the faithful black community, but anyway.
Guys like me and Ray, we don't like Tristan Thompson. We don't deal with him.
Yo,
that nigga's
I
a
don't
bird.
condone cheating.
Me either. Cheating is for suckers.
Nobody does.
We
Nobody
don't
up
do
here
that.
does. You heard?
We don't do
No
that.
faithful
We
men up here.
good.
Man, nah, seriously, man. I think Tristan Thompson's, you know, energy was really a change in Game 7.
That's a fact.
And also,
That's a
going
fact.
into Game 1, because the Cavs Toronto should have beat the Cavs, man. They was coming off of Game 7. LeBron had no legs. He was terrible in the fourth quarter. But I think Tristan Thompson, you know, helped him out. So now, do you guys think that Tyronn Lue should get some blame because he didn't play Tristan Thompson, or he did the right thing and just playing him Game 7? Do you think it would have been too much noise because of what was going on, or?
Honestly, man, if I was a coach, I'm playing Tristan Thompson, man. Like, he's one of my key players. And no matter what's going on the outside, like, I'm trying to win games. Like, he's too valuable to be sitting on the bench like that. And the Cavs fans, I mean, they kind of wild for booing him like that too, you know? I understand they was upset about it, but like, you messing up a man's confidence like that. And you want your team to win. Like, why are you out there bashing this man like that? You know? But you see how they reacted on Game 7. They wasn't booing. They was clapping like, go get the rebounds. You know what I'm saying?
More, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I definitely feel like he should have played more. The series probably wouldn't have even went to Game 7.
I was saying that all along, man. If anything, that helped him probably escape everything that was going on. So. For me, I don't know about everybody else. For me,
I endorse.
I endorse it.
I asked them about those 10s from the Elite 8
Yeah,
against North Carolina.
Now,
I asked them about
for
them.
me, it was it's a little different because Allan was somebody that I can genuinely say I grew up watching. You know, I'm talking about Dykeman Park, man, when he was 15, 16 years old. I even brought up the time where he actually got into a fight in the championship game that he don't even remember. But he talking about he don't remember. But I remember, bro. He choked somebody, but it's gone now. But Ray was somebody that I always admire. You know, his hard work. He was somebody. He was one of the top players in the country. But he was also slept on, and I think him being slept on really motivated him into being the player that he is, man. And when I reached out to him, I really didn't know if he was in the city or whatnot, man. But I reached out to him, and he said, you know, he would come. You know, I got excited because, like I said, man, a lot of the foundation that I have right now, he doesn't know it, but it really came from Ray, man. So enough of me talking, man. I just want people to kind of like understand this guy's story, man, and his journey. So I'm gonna let him talk about it, man. So, Allan Ray, man, tell us a little bit about yourself. Starting off, I want to start off with how you got into basketball. Like, what made you pick up a basketball?
Man, I was like, I say probably about 7 years old. I used to go to the park with my father. Like, my father used to play.
So he started training you at first, kind of.
Yeah, but I used to just go because I used to always want to be everywhere with my father. Like, if he was going to the store, I wanted to go to the corner store with him. You know what I'm saying? And he used to go play over there at 161st Street in the park. They used to call it Brotherhood Park.
Nolly?
Yeah. He used to go there and play. And I used to go there, sit down. I used to go on my bike and stuff and just, like, watch him, fuck around on my bike a little bit, watch him play. And then, like, I just kind of fell in love with basketball just from, like, watching him play, you know what I'm saying? And, I mean, I told him, like, Dad, like, I wanted to learn how to play basketball. Like, I just wanted to be like him. So, after a while, you know, he started, like, taking me out to the park and, like, working on my game. And he just started teaching me basketball. Like, next thing you knew, I mean, I'm in the house watching basketball. I got a hanger up on my door, shaped up in a basketball, with a balled up sock, playing one-on-one with my little sister. Like, I mean, I love basketball. Like, from that day, like, I just love basketball. And, like, that's pretty much how it started, man.
So it wasn't nothing that it was kind of, like, forced on you. It was just, like, that you genuinely, like, felt passionate for.
Yeah, I just became, like, real passionate about the game. Like, he never forced me to play anything like that. I kind of fell in love with the game, man. Like, then I started watching, like, NBA, college. I remember watching, like, Kerry Kittles. That's another reason why.
This nigga said Kerry Kittles.
Yo, I remember watching them Villanova teams, man, like, when I was young, you know?
Yeah, he was in Villanova. Yeah, you're right.
Boogie, Ray Allen, Allen Iverson. Like, I fell in love with the game watching them dudes play, man.
Damn. I'm going to ask you a question regarding that playing in the Big East. But so now you get into playing, right? You playing all these summer tournaments or whatnot. Now you're trying to figure out what high school you want to go to. Now, at that time, I'm pretty sure that Rice was one of the top schools in New York.
For sure.
Cardinal Hayes was one. You know, you had Ohio's on the other side. You ended up going to St. Ray's. So my question is to you, and I know I asked you this earlier, why you didn't go to Rice?
I wanted to play against everybody that went to Rice. Like, Rice was, everybody always talked about Rice.
Respect it, yo.
And Rice,
right, you respect
like, they had the players, you know what I'm saying? They had the players. And me just being how I am, I was just like, man, I want to play against these guys, you know what I'm saying? And it was the same way. Like, before I got to high school, like, I never played with Riverside, never played with Gauchos. Like, I always wanted to play against the other top teams and, like, show that I can play, but I don't have to play with y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Did you always feel like the underdog?
Yeah, for sure. I always felt like the underdog, and, like, I always felt like people slept on me because, like, coming out of New York, everybody got the handle and, like, everybody's flashy, you know what I'm saying? But I was taught to, like, be basic with my game, fundamental. I knew how to shoot the ball. There wasn't a lot of people that knew how to shoot the ball in NYC. And like I know that used to get people so mad, and I used to love that, man. I used to love that. Like I used to kill. And then like
I seen it. That's the crazy part, man.
But everybody used to still hate. But I mean,
Welcome to New York City.
I just kept working. You know, I never was the type of person that wanted to be like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Oh, everybody gonna team up and go to Rice. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and play with Riverside. Or I'm gonna go ahead and play with Galveston. Nah, I'm gonna play against y'all. You know what I mean?
So going into that, when you was now in high school, you got a chance to play with a lot of, you know, big time players in St. Ray's.
Yeah.
How was it playing with Julius Hodge? Like, what did you learn from him?
Honestly, I learned how to be like a killer, like from playing with him. Like I used to see that dude score 30 on people and talk shit to them in their face and like let you know like Jules used to be. He'll tell somebody like I'm about to kill you. Like yeah, he was different, and I learned that from him. Like just how to be a killer. Just go out and just play your game. I didn't like talking trash like how he did, but like I definitely learned how to like be a killer, and you know he instilled a little bit of that work ethic in me.
That's
also.
what it is. The work. It's only the work that they can instill, because you gotta be a killer to be a killer.
Yeah.
So
he had a good work ethic.
So speaking on the work ethic, because what gets me upset, man, and I always have this discussion with a lot of people. With basketball, I feel like I was spoiled with basketball because I was able to see a lot of like, I saw a lot of nice niggas coming up, man, and A-Ray, like I keep saying, is one of them. Can you tell the people what you used to do? You know what you used to do at 6 a.m. You know at St. Raymond's. You know.
Yeah, I used to wake up at like 4:35 in the morning.
Oh, excuse me, 4:35 in the morning.
Word.
Sheesh.
To get on the train to make it to St. Ray's. I used to get there probably like 6:30 in the morning. Me and Julius Hodge, we would work out. We would put up shots.
Got
And we would play one-on-one. I used to play him one-on-one every single day. And he used to beat me every game. To this day, I never beat Jules one-on-one. But we used to play all the time. We used to work out all the time in the morning before school started. It was crazy.
That's crazy.
So basically, you was. So let me get this shit right.
Yeah.
So basically, you was waking up at 4:30 in the morning, so you could travel to school, so you could get in the gym by 6 with the janitor's key, you know, so you could work on your game.
Facts.
Like you gotta back that up a little bit, because like these kids don't even understand that. In order to wake up at 4:30 in the morning, that means you're not
That's
having
a different
much
type
of
of discipline.
That means you're not having much of a night.
Yo, the crazy thing was, my best friend Buddha, his father used to take us to school in the morning. Like we used to leave. I used to have to be at the Rays maybe like 8, and I would get rides from him and his pops in the morning. But then I started going to work out. I used to forget about the ride and wake up earlier and take the train to school just to work out.
That's
just to
crazy.
work out with Jules.
That's
And another thing about it, like I wanted to beat Jules one-on-one so goddamn bad, but I could never beat that nigga.
So he was getting the best of you.
Yeah.
So you was traveling every morning early.
Yeah.
Yo, so
That's-
Ray,
and
if
talk
you
shit
could
to me
play,
too.
if you
And
could
took
play,
shit on the way there.
if you could play Jules today at this very moment,
You dogging him?
who is gonna win that
Dogging
game?
him? You
And
dogging him?
Jules is Julius Hodge. For those
Facts.
that
For those that
don't know
don't
who Jules is Julius Hodge.
You dogging?
Would you dog Julius Hodge today?
For sure, because he probably hasn't played in like 4 or 5 years.
I don't
right
make
now.
no excuses for
But at the end of the day, yo, the nigga might still beat me off the way he be cheating and shit, yo.
Hold on, Tom.
Yeah,
Cheating.
it be times. I remember one like it was yesterday, yo. We was at St. Ray's, and first period was about to start, yo. And it was 9-8. I was winning, yo. 9-8. I hit the game-winning shot, and the bell rang to go to class. This nigga was like, nah, yo, that don't count. He's like, nah, I wasn't playing D, like, that don't count. To this day, he's like, yo, you never beat me. He's like, nah, that don't count.
You never beat me.
He's like, class started, like, nah, that don't count.
Using that against you?
Yeah, like, he would cheat like that.
That's
I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, he would start, because he's 6'7", he would start backing me down.
Lanky too. Yeah.
crazy.
Nasty.
Yeah.
One more question about high school before we get into your college, because your college was a little bit different. No, I'm charging my phone. It's quiet. It's not even charging. It's not plugged in. Oh, my fault. Oh, you can use mine. I want to get into, man. So you was coming up. You was one of the top players. You know, your junior year. Now going into your senior year, you had a crazy hype. I remember. And then
That was crazy.
fuck up your foot. I want to know how was your mental going into that, because you had a great summer, by the way.
Yeah.
I do remember that AU. I remember.
Appreciate
I'm telling you, y'all was on it. So you had a great summer, and then senior year, you got all the hype, all the school, you break your foot. So like, how's your mental?
High school?
Man? Like, yeah, high school, man, senior year.
Yeah, senior year I broke my foot, so I didn't even get to play. I played like a few games, maybe like 2 or 3 games that year. But I mean, honestly, I wasn't as upset. I was upset because I wanted to go to All-American game and I wasn't able to play. Like, I was asking my coach about that. I was really concerned about that. I wanted to go to the All-American game.
Your coach was still Antigua at this time?
Nah, Gary DeCesar.
Nigga, Antigua ain't get that till late, bro.
Yeah,
That was Gary D.
And then, I mean, I was still kind of good because I had already signed to Villanova. And I had talked to Coach Wright already. And, you know, he was like, we're not going to take the scholarship away from you. Like, we still want you to come. So that gave me, like, a little bit of security.
So you felt a little bit better,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I felt good. You know, I was just more concerned with, like, getting healthy at that point. But
You already had a school, so you just wanted to get to the school. You just
Yeah.
wanted to play there.
yeah.
But what made you sign with Villanova?
It was close to home.
ESP is not that far.
Yeah, Villanova was close to home. And I don't know if y'all remember the coach that was there before. I don't want to get his name messed up, but I'm going to say Steve Levis. I think that's what it was. But anyway, in high school,
I don't know that name.
in high school before, it's funny, before I signed, like my junior year in high school, the whole year, I was sending letters out to all the colleges that I wanted to go to.
You were sending letters.
I was sending them out.
Advocating for yourself.
Yeah.
No handle.
Wait, time out.
Yeah, Cincinnati.
Wait, time out. So the reason why I'm saying time out is because it's not like you're regular Joe in the block. You feel me?
Yeah.
You're actually one of the top players in the country.
Yeah.
So you were still reaching out to these
Yo,
schools?
I asked my father. I was writing letters to all these teams. Come see me.
Dedication.
I put a schedule and marked all the top games, and I was telling them, come to these games. Like, I'm interested in your school. Come to these games. And Gary D found out that I was doing that, my coach.
Wow.
And he was like, yo, what the hell are you doing? He's like, you just play basketball. I'll worry about the schools. He's like, you don't gotta do none of that. Some of them schools actually wrote me back. I remember Cincinnati had wrote me back about
Bob Huggins was there at that time?
Yeah, about coming to a game. And I remember that like it was yesterday. I used to write letters out to these schools to tell them to come watch me play. Like, cause I was like, yo, y'all gonna know who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like I was.
So you mentioned Cincinnati. What was your top 5 list?
I had all the schools. North Carolina I put on there. Duke I put on there. Cincinnati was good at the time because you remember Kenny Sapp.
K-Sat, okay.
He was there. I think Humacall was playing with him too. I don't know if Kmart was there. Maybe.
I think Kmart did play of the year there.
Yeah.
I think Kmart was there.
But all the schools like that. Seton Hall. Dre Barrett was there. I remember that. So I was just sending out these letters to these schools. I sent a letter out to Villanova, and the coach wrote me back and was like, "Thank you for your interest, but we already have our primary recruits that were recruited for this year." So basically, he just deaded me in the letter.
Wow.
Yeah, and I had that letter. I put that shit on my wall in my bedroom, my door. So like every time I woke up in the morning, I had to leave. I had to see that shit. I'm telling you, I had that joint on my wall.
Different kind of dedication. Different kind of.
I always say
there's not a lot of people who embrace that underdog mentality.
And that's
that 80s baby shit. Different. That's definitely.
You gotta be the 80s baby to go.
And the
that.
crazy part is, man, like I tell you guys, like that's one of the reasons, like I looked up to A-Ray is because, like I said, I've been watching him since I was younger, and he was always. I want to say I think he was always underappreciated. So I think he wore that shirt. Like, all right, y'all want to doubt me? We're going to put this work. I'm gonna bust y'all ass. And I don't know, man. I think that's why I was a fan of that. You know,
that's different.
And I
so
still use that.
You basically went to Villanova because they told you they didn't want you.
I mean, and then, you know, Coach Wright was there. Coach Wright was recruiting me there. And like, Coach Wright is like, great dude. And like, he made me really feel like he wanted me, you know.
Right.
So, I mean, it was an easy decision for me. It was close to home. My family get to travel, see me play. You know, I had
You had that boost in you. You had that.
I did.
Who had that in your back that was like, that made you feel extra.
Memphis offered me with Calipari. Like I was saying earlier, they had just signed DeJuan Wagner. And Calipari was telling me, like, yeah, you know, we're going to need somebody like you to come in because DeJuan's only going to be here for a year. Mm-hmm. But me being who I am, you know, I was like, I don't know. Maybe what if it don't work out and he wind up staying another year or something. Mm-hmm. And I just finished playing with Julius Hodge.
Playing your whole high school career.
Yeah, playing with a superstar and like always in his shadow and stuff like that. So I kind of didn't want to go.
You wanted to branch out. You wanted to do everything.
Yeah, I didn't want to go there and like play behind him. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so now you
D. Wagner was a beast though.
D. Wagner was definitely a beast.
I don't know what happened to him in the NBA.
He got sick.
Yeah, he got sick.
They showed him liver, so yeah, he got his
liver, kidney.
Yeah, he scored like a mad points in high school one time.
So I wanted to ask you. So now you get to Villanova, man, and when I tell you guys the Big East, that's around the time I fell in love with the Big East, man. Because the Big East, man, it was tough. It was actually people that was actually nice. Yeah, you had to be nice to play in that league. So I wanted to ask you, when you teamed up with Randy Ford, like, you knew him before or no?
No, I just knew like of him, like from him being from Jersey, looking at the ranking list. You know, I knew like of him. I don't think I ever got a chance to really play against him in the circuit because I think he was on the Nike circuit and I was on the Adidas circuit.
Yeah, with the Ravens, right?
So it was hard to like
who'd you play AAU with?
With Bronx Ravens.
Bronx Ravens, okay.
Pretty much same Raymond's team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He just don't like New York City like Manhattan. He's from the Bronx. It happens. His life.
Okay.
BX represent, bro.
Yeah,
you gotta hold it down.
So now you have so to me, Villanova, your class was one of the first class to establish it was a full guard play. Yeah. It was crazy because you guys really had four guards and one big who wasn't really a big in a sense, you know.
Will Sheridan.
Yeah, he was not a big at all.
And Jay Frey.
Yeah, and Jay Frey was.
Frey wasn't.
Usually was hurt.
Sumper was the one that got hurt, right?
Yeah.
And Jay also got hurt as well, right?
Yeah, Jay had his knees was bad in college.
He had them Patrick Ewing shit. His shit was trash.
Patrick Ewing.
Good, but his shit was trash.
Yeah. You got that from me though.
Yeah, I probably did.
I just needed some credit for that.
This kid is amazing. So I wanted to ask you, man, like how what kind of pressure was that like going into like every game? Because if you play four guards, that means everybody got to rebound, everybody got to play defense, and you on that team, I felt since you was the shooter, you had to make shots.
Yeah.
So how you made that? How was that balance? How did that work out?
Honestly, there was no pressure because we was always undermanned. We was always the underdog going into every game. Playing with four guards, you played against a team with two bigs, maybe a 6'6" wing. We had nothing to lose. You know what I'm saying? When you play with nothing to lose, there's no pressure on you. So we used to just go out there and hoop, diving on loose balls, no homo pause. We used to go for rebounds. Like, we just had to play tough and play scrappy. And all of us are from the inner city, so that was nothing for us to be scrappy, you know?
We was raised with that.
Yeah.
Man, Jennings, yesterday, man, we had a conversation in regards to Ray. We was talking about Elite Eight. I want to say it was your senior year, right? Or junior year?
Senior.
See, it was your senior year, man.
They only did 16.
Against North Carolina.
Rashad
McCants.
Raymond Felton, a.k.a. the Deacon.
Sean May.
He look like an organ player right now.
Sean May.
Yo, he didn't even try to get in shape these last 3 years.
Shout out to Juan Dixon, my favorite player.
Oh, from Maryland.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Against him, right?
Yeah,
I didn't get a chance.
yeah, but I
don't
even know why you brought him into conversation.
Because you got my name.
But just kidding.
Sean May.
Sean May, wash.
He looks like a pastor right now.
Yeah, it's over.
Jawad Williams.
Sean May is a snitch, first of all. Let me throw that out there. You a rat.
I don't.
Rashad McCants, he let Khloe Kardashian swallow him.
Yeah,
that was her first victim.
And it was over. It was over.
That was her first victim.
So
he didn't fall for the bullshit.
Yeah, no. He fell.
No, he fell for it.
Nigga, he was out there.
That's why he's selling insurance right now.
All right,
That's why he's selling.
about A-Ray though.
Yeah, we are. How was that bullshit call?
That was not a travel.
Because that's why I want to call it bullshit. You can YouTube it now and watch it. Do you still think about that game?
Man, that
was in Syracuse, right?
Yeah.
The carry. Okay.
That year.
Bullshit travel.
That year after the game, I used to think about it all the time. And like it got to the point where I was like, damn, maybe I did travel. But like after watching it, I'm sitting there, I'm like I didn't travel. I remember like it was yesterday. I got the ball, made the move, and like how I played, like I took the long steps, made the layup, and it kind of like left my hand on the way down, but I still got it out my hand after I laid the ball, and the ref blew the whistle, and I'm like and one like this. I just knew.
I remember that.
I just knew it was an and one, and then the ref called a travel. And that's when I made that face. They got that picture of it.
That's a lot of NBA guys' go-to moves today.
Oh yeah.
Those long steps to the basket.
Yeah, long stride. That was what it was, man. Gabi, what was the question that you had to?
This is like real deep right now. You feel me? A lot of us kids, when we younger, pause. A lot of us kids, when we're younger, you feel me, we don't have a father, you dig? There's a lot of us that do not have a father. Fortunately, for me and Ray, I don't know about everybody else because I ain't asked y'all.
Yeah, no, my daddy was there.
All right, so fortunately for some of us, our father was there. So, I just want Ray to, tell, fathers that, it might reach fathers that ain't there for their kids, how big, because I know how big of, what do you call it? Influence. Thank you. Influence my father had on me, you feel me? And listening to his story, I see how big of an influence his father had on him. So I just want him to talk more about how his father was there for him, you feel me? From day one, so that some people could hear yo, be there for your kids, because they need the mother and the father at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, the father is a real important role in a boy's life. Number one, and in a girl's life too, because I got a daughter, so I know the importance. But we men, so I'm talking about in a boy's life. How important is it for a boy to succeed in life having his father around?
Louis, he took care of his children. Hi, pops. Go ahead.
He's Haitian.
Listen.
Answer the question.
I said I got a daddy. I ain't say take care of me.
Yo, listen, that don't count then, my nigga. That shit don't count.
Yeah.
This nigga father don't count.
Yo, listen. He count. He there. But I don't know about I ain't gonna give him all that.
All right, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Therapy session.
Alright. So basically, Gabby just asked about having a father growing up, that influence in my life, and I mean, he's not lying. It was a big influence for me, man. I mean, if I didn't have my father, I'd probably be running around the streets. Don't get it wrong, I wasn't no angel growing up either, you know what I'm saying? I used to get in my trouble or whatever, but my pops was always there to set me straight and put me back on track and always show me and let me know what the bigger picture was, you know what I mean? And I think that's real important, and you know, it's not, I don't want to say it's unfortunate, but, you know, I'm just lucky that I was able to grow up with my father around. You know, there's a lot of people who are like, I got some friends that didn't grow up with their father around, you know what I mean? Not that they bad people or anything like that, you know, but it's a little harder, you know what I mean? And I just really appreciate it and really thankful that, you know, I had him around. Like you said, he was a big influence in what I had to do. I mean, if I didn't see him playing in the park, playing ball, like, what would I be doing right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what I would be doing.
Definitely shout out to our father.
And I think it's dope because the crazy part is a lot of people know your father. Yeah. You know, your father has like coach, you know, and trained a lot of people. So when I told people that he was going to be on it, you know, a lot of people came out like, yo, like, ask him, you know, about his father, you know, the role that his father, you know, played in his life because, you know, he helped a lot of kids out. So shout out to your pops, man. I think that was dope.
And like, I mean, he's there for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Like, not just me. Like, he work with anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, if anybody want to train or anything like that, like, he's there. He gives advice. Like you said, a lot of people know my pops, man. Like, he's real respected out here.
So not to interject, but like your father's well known in the basketball circuit. How do you feel about these guys? Because I know how Kev feels about these guys who are like training these kids who have no real basketball knowledge.
How was going to change your son?
How does your dad, you know, looking down on this situation? How does he feel?
I mean, it's crazy nowadays. Like, I mean, I feel like now is like the time.
How do you feel? Yeah,
it's like the time of the entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? So everybody out there trying to do their own thing. So I feel like a lot of these trainers out here just to make money. Like, they not really teaching these kids what they need in order to succeed. And it's not only just about basketball, it's about mindset, you know what I'm saying? Like, discipline, staying in school, you know what I'm saying? Like, these trainers don't teach you that. They tell you to come to the gym, give me $25, $50. They let you do something for an hour, and then you go about your business, you know what I'm saying? And it's definitely more to like training than that, you know what I mean? Like, you really gotta sit here and teach these kids, like, help them understand, especially like being in the inner city. Like, we think different from people in the suburbs, you know what I mean? Right. It's harder for us down
like
there.
you said, you was on Villanova with a bunch of scrappy dudes from NY, so it was a different mindset. Yeah. So I get that. But do you feel like that could be learned from somebody who has no basketball experience?
I believe so. Like, for instance, my boy Curtis Stinson, he's out in Iowa training.
Curtis Stinson, Iowa State. Play with Will Blaylock.
Yep.
Shout out to Mission. Keep going.
Curtis Stinson.
That's somebody with some basketball knowledge.
We really call him Kirk Flirt indictment. Yes. I seen him get about 40 a night.
Yeah.
A night.
Nah, he gets buckets for real. But like he's out in Iowa right now, and he's training. Like, he got into the training because of his son. He got an 11-year-old son, Kurt Jr. Kurt Jr. is nice, right? And it's a lot of white kids around there in that area, but he's like teaching these kids like how to be scrappy, and like he always remind them, like, if y'all want to compete against the top players, most of the top players are from the inner city. Like, y'all need to be like that, you know what I'm saying? And
scrappy, yeah, because that's not really.
A lot of these dudes a lot of them dudes are privileged, you know what I'm saying?
Right. They ain't got that in
exactly.
They looking for the foul.
Yeah. Or like, I don't want to work hard, you know what I mean? I don't have to do this, you know what I mean?
Right.
But like, he got some teams out there where like these dudes is scrappy as hell, you know what I mean? And it's fun to see that from a team like that in the suburbs, you know what I mean? Like, it's a real good thing to see, but
it's a privilege, right?
Like you said, it's different, you know? It's different.
What I admire from you that you said today is that you ain't never want to go to Rice, you ain't never want to go to Ojalos, you ain't never want to play for Riverside, you ain't never want to play for Gauchos. You ain't never want to play with all your friends that was nice played. You was nice, your friends was nice. You never wanted to play with them because you wanted to play against them. You always wanted to play against the nice people, and I could only respect that. You never wanted to play with the best in the city, and that's how you became one of the best in the city.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I
can we say
respect that.
can we say you would have never pulled the Kevin Durant move?
Take my
Chill, fat boy.
That's my man Cash on the FaceTime.
Kashif 350 pounds. Kashif Pratt. That's
her episode 1.
To my followers, man.
Word.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Them teams was good too, yo. They used to beat my teams too. You know, we ain't always win every time against them, but it was just that fact. Like, I just wanted to play against the best. You know what I mean?
Do right and kill everything.
So I gotta ask you something, right? So you have a renegade mentality. It seems like when it comes to not joining the machine, going against the machine.
Yeah.
What is your take on this generation of players in the NBA, or even in high school, or even in college, that make it a point to join forces where you'll have, from a high school perspective, you'll have 4 to 6 top 100 guys on one AAU team. Or in college, you'll have 5 All-Americans on one college team. Or in the NBA pros, you'll have 3 top 10 guys on one NBA team.
Yeah.
What do you have to say about that?
I mean, that's a good question. And like, I'm not like here to. I don't hate on these dudes for doing what.
No, there's no right or wrong answer, but you know,
perspective.
Yeah, I mean, I know for a fact, like let's say high school. A lot of these dudes want to go to these high schools because they giving out Nike gear, they getting Nike shoes.
I like Nike.
Like when I was coming up like that, not every school
was doing
that. You know
Facts.
what I'm saying?
Barely
Nobody. Who was?
And like if you like, they see these dudes in the NBA do it, so they like, yo, let's go to St. Ray's. Let's all go to St. Ray's. We go there, we kill. They Nike, sponsored by Nike. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna travel. We're gonna do all that. I mean, I feel like there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you want to do. And in the league right now, I mean college. Okay, let's take an example like Kentucky, a team like Kentucky. Mm-hmm. I feel like a bunch of dudes go to Kentucky because they know, like, Calipari is going to let you rock out, and he's not going to hold you back. Like, if you want to go to the league, you good enough to go to the league,
he's going to support you going.
He's going to support you. Right. He's going to be sitting in the green room with you.
Right.
You know what I mean? And not every coach and not every school is like that.
Is that wrong? You feel like that's wrong?
I mean, I don't think that's wrong. You know, like,
everybody's different. I guess.
Yeah, everybody's different. Like,
you need that. Somebody got to be like that.
Yeah, there's some coaches, you know. Like, it's a business. At the end of the day, you go to some schools and you want to do good, but the coach wants to do good also. Facts. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got a family to feed as well. Facts. So he's going to do what he got to do. And if he got 3 or 4 top players and they helping him win, he going to do everything he can to try to keep them players. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a 50-50 situation. Like, it just depends on how the coaches are. And your mindset. But I know guys for a fact going to like places like Kentucky because they know if I could go to the league, Calipari not gonna hold me back.
Just go
and we're gonna have a good team. We're gonna have a bomb squad, and we're gonna win games. We're gonna be on national TV all the time. And the NBA, I mean, I don't know where that started. Just joining forces and stuff like that.
It's always been a thing though.
I mean, I guess, like, people always say Jordan had a good team too, but I feel
the Lakers, the Celtics.
Jordan didn't pick his team.
Yeah, Jordan didn't pick. I feel like he made them players. You know what I'm saying? I feel like after a while they started getting confidence.
Then he started picking.
I mean, Scottie Pippen always wasn't that nice though. Scottie Pippen, he came along after a while. Like, he started playing good.
But he went and got Rodman.
Yeah, they went.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they started picking him.
Yeah, they.
Yeah, but don't get it twisted.
Kareem left Milwaukee and went to LA.
Yeah, but Rodman wasn't.
No.
On a regular team, Rodman is a bum.
No, he can say that.
What you think about Rodman in the
No.
Detroit
I'm
Pistons?
sorry.
Rodman in the Detroit
He had a
Pistons.
squad
No.
in the Detroit Pistons.
But
Bum?
I'm not talking about what he had. You
He's
said
like
Rodman was-
Draymond.
Guy,
He's Draymond Green.
No. Way scrappier than Draymond Green.
He's
You're
Draymond
bugging.
Green.
You're bugging.
He's
No,
Draymond Green.
No.
He's actual what Draymond
sorry.
Green would be if he
He's
wasn't
Draymond
on
Green.
Golden State.
Okay.
He's Draymond Green on any
Draymond
team.
Green's gonna be a Hall of
He's
Famer.
Draymond Green on any team.
Draymond Green's gonna be a Hall of Famer.
No way.
You gotta get back.
Why won't he be?
Look. I had this discussion.
Draymond
I had this
Green
discussion.
is gonna be a Hall of
You don't like him, I get it.
No, it's not. It's not that I like him. I don't think Draymond Green could be.
Draymond Green is gonna be a Hall of Famer. Come on now.
He's gonna be an All-Star more than 5 times.
No.
Yes.
No.
He's already won 2 NBA titles.
I'm not going to
He's
give
been an Olympian because the Hall of Fame takes into account everything you did in basketball, not just what you did in the
Draymond
NBA.
Green is not a
Your FIBA career, your NBA career, and your college career. Draymond Green is going to be a Hall of Famer. I'm not saying first ballot.
All right.
And I don't fuck with Draymond Green like that.
You know who?
You gotta get
Draymond Green
votes for that. That's not gonna
is
happen.
like Charles Barkley.
No,
You're
not
You're
jumping. Please, somebody.
Okay, hold on. Talk about Charles Barkley.
Rebound, score.
You just trying to shit on Dennis Rodman, and now you're trying to shit on Charles Barkley.
Dennis Rodman can rebound the ball and play D. He can off.
Okay, we're digressing.
He never averaged.
We digressing.
I wish I had this
We
belt.
digressing.
I wish I had this belt.
We digressing. We're digressing.
Yeah, hold on.
Back to Ray. We digressing. We digressing.
Yeah, bring it down.
Let's bring it back.
They got this editing here.
They took me there.
I mean, at the end of the day, like you said, it kind of always been like teams teaming up like that. Like I never really thought about it like that because the Lakers back in the '80s they used to have a bomb squad. Celtics had a bomb squad. Bulls had a bomb squad. The Pistons had a bomb squad when they won. Yeah. I never thought
And there
about
hasn't
that.
been that many champions. There's been like maybe 9 NBA
And
champions.
shout out to AI that never had a bomb squad. I still went to the finals.
Hey, that's so nice and dandy, man. But what I really want to get into, man.
And shout out to Danny Manning. I don't know why.
'Cause y'all just
thought about it.
Charles Barkley.
Because y'all doing a whole lot of things. Yeah.
Charles Barkley is a bird.
Charles Barkley is a bird.
Ray, what I really want to get into, so you go to Villanova, score over 2,000 points. You got all types of biggies, honors, man. You nominated for the Wooden Award. You're basically one of the top players in the country. So draft night comes. You see all these players' names get called, and your name didn't get called. Let me get your feel on that, because like I said, it's not like you was a scrub in college. You feel me? You
Or in high school.
Yeah, or in high school. Like you really like put in the work. So like, how did that make you feel?
I ain't gonna lie to you, I was sick that night. Then after I stopped watching after like the first 4 picks of the second round, and like I had got some promises. I don't want to say promises, but some teams told me
It was interesting.
that if certain players wasn't around at this time
They
of the
would
draft,
take you.
we would
They all
take
lied.
you,
They
you know,
all lied.
And just seeing everybody get taken, and not have my name called, I ain't gonna lie, I was so mad. I was pissed off. I probably was even crying. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But like before the second round was even over, after the Celtics picked Leon Poe, Danny Ainge had called my agent, and he had spoke to him and told him like we would have took Allen with that pick, but we wanted to secure a big, like we needed a big man. So they wanted to take
Another deacon.
Yeah, they took the big, but he basically said that he didn't think I was going to be around, and he was lucky that I was still around, and that's why they wound up wanting to bring me into camp and everything like that. And I went to the camp. I went to the mini camp before Summer League. After the second day, Danny Ainge was like, "Okay, we're going to sign you now," because he didn't want anybody else to see me in Summer League. That's how good I was playing. So they wound up signing me before I even got to Summer League, which was a blessing.
Yeah, how did that make you feel after going through the draft process and not getting picked to now they're saying they're gonna sign you?
Oh, I was ecstatic about it. Like I was happy, but at the same time, I was back to that. I got shit to prove. You know what I'm saying? Like I went in there, like okay, I'm here in Boston now, but I got shit to prove. I can't come out here and be like all happy. So I went in there and did my.
This is the second time for you now.
Exactly.
That situation happened to you. Honestly, this is like the second time that same situation happened to you.
So I went in there, mini camp, we was playing, doing drills, everything, man. I was just going super hard, and I wound up making it. And I remember when we had to do the rookie photo shoot. This is after I got signed. Summer league was over.
That's when
we did the.
You had Larry and Ray.
Yeah, Floyd, and we wound up doing they got their rookie transition program. They had gave us uniforms because we take pictures and stuff like that. I remember that night I went to sleep in my uniform. I had my uniform on. I went to sleep in that shit. I did not want to take that shit off.
I could just imagine, a Bronx kid,
they gave me the uniform was old.
I was happy as
a
hell.
Bronx kid, a Bronx kid from the
But I was just like, and that shit just like,
now,
finally, man. I was just like, finally, yo, like, I was just happy as hell, man.
Waiting for this my whole life.
Where I took the covers off and everything. I'm like, I'm sleeping in this uni. That's the only shit covering me up tonight.
So you play your first year, with Boston. So then at the end of the year, you had a chance, to either re-sign with Boston, but re-sign with Boston or go overseas to play for Italy team. They offered you, some good amount of money, and you decided, to go overseas. Now I wanted to ask you, we was thinking.
Niggas think about the
I had the conversation with somebody that I thought that you felt that you did the right thing because you went to to secure your money.
Yeah.
That's how you always feel though, Kev.
But
when it comes, you always also secure the bad shit.
But after speaking with him, it was totally different. So, what was your take on it now?
Now hold on. Let's get Jenna's opinion first before, because.
Opinion on what?
On how on his situation from leaving Boston.
So I'm from Boston, right?
Right.
So I followed him at St. Ray's and at Villanova, and when the Celtics picked him up, I'm like, yo, I've been following this guy for a few years. I'm glad we have him. So, but I'm always about player mobility.
Right.
I don't care about owners.
Talking about the bag.
I don't care about GMs.
Right.
I don't care about the medical staff. They've had a 400-year head start on us.
Facts. Shit,
so I tell young kids all the time, once you make varsity, you're a grown man.
Facts.
Why? Because now people are paying to see you play.
Right.
So you need to think about what's the best situation for you. So when I was reading and analyzing the contract negotiations, and I'm going to tell you something else about Boston sports. Overall, they have a slave mentality.
Ooh.
Meaning it's about the system, not about the player. So they'll tell somebody
not
like
just Boston.
Well, I'm from this, so I gotta speak on where I'm from.
No, I like this.
Patriots.
This.
Yeah, Patriots, Celtics, Red Sox. They pay, but Patriots and Celtics specifically. It's about the system. It's about, they'll try to sell you on do what's right for the community, do what's right for the franchise, but they're just trying to get A-level talent for C- pay. So when I saw that the overseas offers were more, and I don't trust Danny Ainge, that Mormon can't be trusted. Okay?
Ask Isaiah Thomas.
So I was like, you know what? He's bucking the system. I support what he's doing, but you have a different approach.
Yeah,
now
your approach kind of like
we had a little yeah. But we gonna let him talk about it. We had a little insight.
You went through it, so give us your perspective.
All right, at the time, this how it all was. Like I had a a year contract with an option for the next year. And I remember at the end of the season, Doc Rivers pulled me in his office and was like I want you to keep.
Doc Rivers, who overpaid his son. I'm sorry. I had to let that. I'm sorry.
He's like I want you to like to continue working on your game. He's like, because I feel like you're gonna be a part of something. You're gonna be a part of what we're doing next year. And there was times during the season he would put me at the one. He wanted me to play the one because he liked that I could space the floor and knock down shots when Paul was double teamed and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what he told me after the season. And then they had to pick up my option in April. No, not April. June.
Mm-hmm.
And Danny Ainge called my agent and was like, well, we want to find a way to keep him around. So they pushed my date back to August. They pushed it back to August.
Sketchy.
Yeah. So then they wound up signing a guard. I can't remember his name. Pruitt. So Gabe
Pruitt. Gabe Pruitt.
Yeah.
Trash.
He lasted 3 days in the league, just in case y'all didn't know.
They signed him, and they wound up, and they took him in the draft. But before the draft, they signed Ray Allen.
Gabe Pruitt. Was he at USC?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, USC. Yeah, he's selling insurance.
They signed
Still
Ray
hot
Allen.
garbage.
Yeah, they
still
right.
hot garbage.
We're not even gonna give him no time.
Okay, yeah, no more puck for Gabe Pruitt.
They signed Ray Allen. So they signed Ray Allen, and then they picked up Gabe Pruitt. So like that's just 2 guards or whatever. So I was just kind of like, damn. And then my agent in like July comes up to me. I'm on the phone with him, the overseas agent. He's like, we got this team in Rome. Like, they want to offer you $2 million, whatever.
You don't got to get figures because I don't want people calling you asking you for loans.
It helps the show.
So they was like,
say that again.
Hold on, what happened?
I'm just saying, from
They getting like $2 million. That's what you said, right?
from where I'm from, like somebody offer you that much
$2
money.
million, nigga, you gonna take it? Yes, I agree with you.
And that's more than triple what I would have made the next year with the Celtics.
Because even bought your mother a house and still had $1 million left.
So, and it was like, for me, I'm just, and then like, you go there 2 years, then you come back. You know what I mean? So, I was like, why not? You know, like, I could go there, make this money, and then come back. And
how old were you at that time?
Man, how old was it? 22, 23 maybe?
22, 23. Okay.
So how you look at that decision, like, play out now? Like, do you think about should I rock with Boston, or did I make the right decision in going out there and getting this chicken?
Like, now I feel like if I could do it all over, I would definitely stay. Because even if they would have wound up trading me or whatever the case may be, like, I would still probably be in the league. You know what I'm saying? Like, I probably still would have found my way on the team. You know, it only take one team to like you in one good situation. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, Cephalosha is in the league, my nigga.
Say his name again.
Cephalosha.
That's how you say it?
Thabo Cephalosha.
Jesus said.
That nigga,
another one.
But he came up with that lawsuit, though. He got a lawsuit.
Hot garbage. So,
I mean,
like your Dominican friend.
Like Francisco Garcia, he came off that lawsuit.
Nah, Francisco, my boy, he nice too, though.
No, he is nice.
He nice, though.
Don't get it. He's Dominican. But he came up off that lawsuit, though.
Listen,
But the only thing
is ringing.
The only thing I would like, I tell a lot of people this now, like, never make a decision like based off money. Like, just follow your heart. You know what I'm saying? I worked so hard to get to that point. I worked so hard to get there, and then I just kind of like threw away that opportunity by going overseas
and chasing money.
Instead of just following my heart. And I wound up tearing my ACL the second year after Rome. I wound up tearing my ACL, and I had to sit out a whole year. I sat out a whole year because I didn't want to. I could have came back in January. I rehabbed at Villanova. Shout out to Jeff Pierce, because you got my knee right.
So you left Europe and came back to the States to rehab the knee.
And I was rehabbing my knee. I got it right, but I was scared to go back and play in like January because I know how they are out there. You know,
they'll run you into the ground.
Exactly. So I wound up taking the whole year off. Didn't play at all. The next season came. I got another contract. Went to Italy. Didn't have really a great year, and they kind of like, oh, he's finished. Like, he can't play. He's not as good as he was. So I had to start the cycle all over again.
And that team that
proving myself all over.
and that team that actually said that about
I know
you,
how you feel.
you actually ended up playing them and dogged them, right?
Yeah, I did. That was a team when I was in Rome, because they cut me because I was complaining about my money because they didn't pay me.
As you should, because sometimes y'all overseas teams,
Overseas,
y'all don't pay.
They be.
Listen, I know. Let me take care of this. Let me take care of this.
Oh, take care of it.
Listen, to y'all overseas owners and everybody, y'all gotta start playing your players. Cause people got family over here in the States. And they got family to feed, they got bills to pay, they got rent to pay, they got mothers to take care of, they got kids to take care of. And y'all think that not paying the player, I got friends that don't get paid. I'm not gonna mention no names, I'm not gonna mention no countries, but I have friends that don't get paid overseas. They got bills to pay, they got families to take care of. So overseas, I suggest y'all start paying your players. Cause y'all want the best players from New York, but y'all don't want to pay the best players from New York. Everybody want New York players, but don't want to play New York players the way New York players supposed to get paid. It's about time New York players start getting paid. All of them.
Ain't even at New York. I mean, just anybody from the country.
Oh yeah, anybody from the U.S.
From the U.S. Like, just wait.
But I'm from New York, so I'm worried about my New York niggas. I'm not worried about no other niggas. So man, Allan Ray got a jump shot.
Hey, Ray, man.
Before Steph Curry, nigga, there was Allan fucking Ray, nigga.
They call him the generator. You don't even remember that name.
I remember that.
You don't
I
remember
remember
that name, boy.
The generator, Dykeman Rucker.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. There we go.
Shout out to y'all, even though y'all don't let me in the park.
No, we gonna fix that.
Nah, we gonna
Who didn't let you in the park?
They said they ain't let him in Dykeman. We gotta change that. Ken, we gotta change that.
Well, not with me, because
gonna be on the show soon.
Dykeman people don't like me, but Kev could change that.
Yeah. Hey, Ray's
Kev-
good with my name. He's good. He's good.
That's Kev's
He's
fault.
good. We gonna change that. We gonna change that.
So, I saw the game where you got your eye poked out. When the game was going on, I felt like you was about to die, to be honest. Like, I keep it real with you.
I should scare the fuck out of me.
Listen.
Guard it.
Listen.
Nigga, joint flipped all the way out.
Listen, I was scared. I thought he was done. I thought homie was done. I thought he couldn't see. I thought that he was gonna be blind from my eye.
On some Ray
I
Charles
thought
shit.
all that. And your man came back in about 2 weeks and was the leading scorer of that first game with his team and got the dub.
With one eye.
In the tournament.
So in the tournament, let's not forget in the tournament, I just want to know what was going through your head that first game you came back from the injury. Because you know it looked worse than what it was.
But, the hell with in the tournament, how when it happened, what did you feel?
Because what were you thinking? I would be shitting in my pants.
The crazy part, I was actually on my way to that game, to the Garden, and then right before I went in, that's when I checked my phone and it said, that you got injured. It was all over Twitter.
Yeah, I posted that.
It was just crazy. So yeah, how did you feel? Like, you thought it was over?
Man, honestly,
that shit was disgusting though.
Yeah.
Eyes is already big, so that shit was crazy.
Yo, it looked like my eye popped out, but it didn't pop out.
It did?
Nah.
That motherfucker came out socket.
So it's that eye, right?
I did my research.
Nigga said it's that.
Let him talk.
Carl Krauser, shout out to Carl Krauser. It's my boy too.
Carl Krauser, Bronx there.
Bronx, yeah.
Okay.
He's about 45 playing that pit.
Yeah.
45 years old.
But we both was going for a loose ball, and he tried to grab it, and he wound up poking me in the eye. Luckily, he poked me on top of the eye, so my eyelid went behind my eye, and it made it look like my eyeball came out.
Popped out.
Yeah,
But
so
it wasn't.
that's why my eye was looking like that. But the shit was burning so bad, because my eyelid was gone. It was behind my eye.
So they had to pull that shit out from behind your eye?
Yeah, so my eye was burning, and I remember my trainer, Jeff Pierce, he's holding my eye, or I was holding my eye. I'm like, Jeff, why can't I see? Like, why is my eye burning? He's like, "Hey, Ray, it's gonna be okay. Don't worry about it." I'm like, "Jeff, for real, why can't I see? Why is my eye burning?" He's like, "It's gonna be okay, hey, Ray.
Why can't I
Just
see?
relax, just relax." So I remember getting on the ambulance to go to the hospital, and my mom's, she was on the ambulance with me. And I'm like, "Mom, like, why can't I see? Like, what the fuck is going on with my eye?" She's just like, "Babe, it's gonna be okay. Like, don't worry about it. Gonna take care of it." So at that point, nobody was answering me. I was freaking out. I wound up passing out on the ambulance, and I woke up in the hospital. And my father was standing over me. He was looking at me like, "You alright?" And I'm like,
father shit. Typical father shit. Typical, but they don't panic too much.
"Yeah,
Keep going. I need
Nigga don't know.
to
Nigga look at that.
I'm like,
Nigga look at that.
You alright? Yeah, I'm good. I'm like, I can see now. I'm like, he was like, "Yeah, man." He's like, "You alright?" I'm like, "I'm good." I'm
Back
like,
to
"What
the
happened?"
gym.
I'm like, "What happened?" He just like, the
Nigga,
doctor
back to
came
the
in,
shit.
was like, "Your eyelid went behind your eye. All we had to do was pull it out." He was like, "It was burning." No homo. It was burning like that because like you didn't have any protection over there. The wind was like hitting it, so like that's why you was in pain and everything like that. But luckily he didn't hit me like
Scientific
directly
facts.
in my eyeball because his finger felt like wood. It felt like tree bark, yo. That shit was solid as hell.
All right, one more.
So
BX, did you ever forgive Kyle Krauser for that bullshit?
yeah, that's my guy, man. I grew up playing with him and everything.
I know.
I remember he killed my pops one time in Kills Bay. We was playing 5-on-5. He was cooking my pops. And I remember that dad. He was cooking. I had to hear about that for years, man.
Man.
I got one more question. All right. Besides yourself, obviously. Now, you know, New York City, born and raised, we done had a lot of motherfucking basketball players.
Word.
Too many basketball players. We might not even be able to mention every top basketball player. Street ball, regular ball, it don't matter. But besides yourself, who do you consider your favorite basketball player out of New York City besides yourself?
Man, I can't just pick just one person.
I need you to pick one person.
Give me three.
I'll take three. I'll take three. I'll take three.
Out of New York.
You can't include yourself.
All right. My favorite coming up was Ben Jordan.
Gangster.
I remember.
Gangster.
Ben Gordon. UConn.
Cole.
Mount Vernon.
Mount Vernon. Okay.
Okay, I'll give you that.
I can
one.
respect that.
Okay.
I wanted to play
Cole
just
game.
like him, yo. I wanted to be just like him.
Give me another one.
Then Dre Barrett.
Dre Barrett. Okay.
Yo, I used to
We talk about Dre Barrett all the time.
yeah,
Barry's
Unguardable.
because he was like, I felt he was kind of like an underdog like me. Short, he always had to prove himself, and he had a good work ethic. You know what I mean?
He was always working. Yeah.
Word. And
Last one. What we got?
One more.
I mean, really, those were the only two. But
Give me one more, Ray.
if I had to pick anybody else,
It's not B Lang.
I want to get my
It's
three.
not B Lang.
I would definitely.
Be like, you not in there for sure, baby. Still my guy.
I'll probably go with Kenny Sack, man.
Kenny Satterfield,
Okay.
Cincinnati.
I agree.
I want to name my three.
Go ahead.
I said, College Street, whatever. Ali Mo,
R.I.P.
Kevin Morris. I don't know if y'all know who Kevin Morris is. But he's from Harlem. He's from 164. He went to Georgia Tech. Kevin Morris. If you Google him, believe me, you'll
Was he in the backcourt with Steph?
Yes, he was.
Okay.
In the backcourt with
He be at the juice
Steph
bar.
Marbury. Kevin Morris. And my number 3 player, y'all gonna say that I'm taking sides or that's my man.
There you
or
go.
we
Hey, Ray, the
cool.
big homie, man.
Edgar Sosa
Oh.
is my number 3 basketball player in New York City. And y'all could say favoritism, y'all could say whatever the fuck y'all want, nigga. I really don't give a fuck what y'all gotta say.
That's your favorite.
That's my man, nigga, and I gotta put him up there. And my man Allan Ray, because I'm not that old and I don't know too much about the past. My man A-Ray is in my top 5. He might be number 4, number 5. He's in the thing. I put my man in front of him because that's my man.
I got.
That's my man. So
I got a question.
I appreciate it.
I already told him earlier that I didn't want to sound like a groupie.
Bro, what?
I mean,
I used to follow his game all
Before
day.
you say anything,
Right.
no, before you say anything, shot, like no gas. Like I text you.
We spoke about this.
I text you.
I know.
I sent out the text. I said it. I was like, yo, like,
You're
excited
important to this platform.
to have.
facts.
Cause like I said, man, like we always like joked around, but you don't understand like your hard work and how you went about certain shit. Like that played with me. Like, and that always resonated
right,
like,
basically.
Fucks with you. You
So
in the
that's
top,
why- that's
you in the
what
top 5 episodes
Yeah,
of the best sports show in America.
right now, right now. So that's one of the reasons like why I wanted you, because I always talk about like your hard work, like that. I'm always drawn to that because people don't understand that in order for you to achieve or go certain places, like you gotta like grind and. You know, that's why.
And when we say grind, we mean do shit that you don't want to fucking do.
You know,
This motherfucker didn't want to wake up every morning at 4:30 a.m. Who want to do that shit?
So, you said something that was very poignant. Okay, you were a top player in the country, arguably maybe top or top 2 in New York.
Yeah.
You're soliciting your services to schools.
Facts!
As opposed to waiting for schools to chase you.
Facts!
That
shit is unheard of nowadays, bro.
That's a different type of humility.
That's a different
I mean,
type
had
of
I been in your corner, we wouldn't have been doing that.
Yeah.
But I respect the humility.
Like,
That's a fact.
Like it's different.
Because it had to be mad places that was like, just didn't respond or, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, but I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you put your heart on the line, bro.
You put your
You know what I'm saying? And when you didn't have to, because you was killing.
Yeah, that's how bad I just like I knew the process. High school, I knew I had to be good in high school. I knew I had to get to a good college, like if I wanted to get to the league.
that shit all the time.
You know what I'm saying? So I wanted. That's how bad I wanted. I was writing schools myself. Like I'm trying to get to a good school. You know what I'm saying? Like I just wanted it. I just wanted it.
And this is why we almost about to wrap it up, but this is why I wanted like to start like these conversations, is because like I was telling Ray earlier, you know, maybe you can't, you know, understand it from me, you know, and the people that I watch, you know, maybe you can understand, you know, somebody that actually like been to the ground, you know, that actually like put the time in, you know, that during a time where we didn't have Instagram, you know, we really
no Twitter,
you know, no
you had internet dial-up.
You know, like you really have.
Your internet had to be plugged into the wall.
Was typing letters
I got
to schools.
A little fan question they want to ask my
no
man.
videos.
I got you right now. So like that's why I think like people need to hear that, you know, because like it's more to what you like upload, you know, on your phone and shit like
That's
that.
a fact,
it's
bro.
Like,
Kids,
it's like a real
more.
like grind, you know, and I appreciate that. Like, and I think that's what people need to like listen to that. People need to like, you know, see that, you know, and so I'm glad, you know, you was able like to come through, man, because like I keep saying it, I keep preaching the same shit. People need to hear that journey, you know, because people just think like Allan Ray is like, oh yeah, play for St. Ray's, he's a St. Ray's legend, went play for Boston, you know, you've been overseas, you know, these different countries, you know, playing everywhere, but niggas don't know what he went through, you know, niggas don't know how he had to bounce back from that foot injury, you know, from scoring all those points and being that dude in Villanova to not getting drafted and you picking yourself back up, you know, to grind. So,
but don't get it wrong. Like I had my fun too. You know what I'm saying? Like you can still grind and have fun,
especially in college, baby.
Big facts.
Like even high school, I'm not like, and plus I had good people around me, like my friends. Like I would drag my best friend Buddha. I'm like, yo, he's like, yo, it's Friday night. We about to go to the Roomba. We about to go out.
Shout out to
like, yo,
shout out to the Roomba, bro.
I went there when I was 17. I got one more question.
I'm like, yo, I gotta put this work in real quick before we go, bro. Like, come to the gym, help me rebound. Like, I put this work in. He'd be like, all right. Like, he'll go there, help me rebound. It'd be like 10 o'clock at night. As soon as
you got
we
your
finish,
man right there.
Put our clothes on, we out.
That's
put your work in.
That's what. But you know what's crazy? That's what your friends is there for. That's what.
I got one more question.
I got one more
question
from the fans. I'm on live. I got people asking me shit on live and all that.
You got four people on live. Go ahead.
I got somebody. Shut the fuck up. Nobody got to know that shit.
Okay, let's not digress. Let's not digress.
They want me to ask my man Allan Ray about
No more heavy.
what's his name? Chris McCray.
All right.
Who is Chris McCray? 'Cause I really
You don't know him?
Chris McCray, he played with me in St. Ray's. Like, you talk about somebody who didn't get any recognition or anything like that. Like,
He's a savage.
Like, he was our glue guy. Like, I'm talking about he would do everything. Score, rebound, play defense.
He was.
But he never really got the, like,
recognition
for everything he did, you know what I'm saying? And, I mean, we had a lot of good players. It was me, Jules, Pete Mulligan was on that team. But Chris McCray was definitely a big part of what we did. We would not have won that championship without Chris McCray. Back-to-back championships.
Gangster.
2 years in a row.
Nah, I want to jump you, Jennings, but that kind of leads into my question a little bit. Is just like, so who would you say out of all the players that you played against is the coldest player that didn't get as much recognition as they should have?
Basically, who busted your ass and nobody busted
Yo, I don't know if y'all remember Elijah Ingram.
Oh,
remember
my
Elijah Ingram?
God, I remember Elijah Ingram.
From Jersey. Yo,
I don't know.
He cooked
this nigga used to cook me every AAU game. It was like when he seen me, he was like, "Oh, I'm about to cook this nigga." Yo, he would have he would have like 30 every game. Like, he was so quick, shifty, could shoot the ball. Yo,
what college you went to?
St. John's.
St. John's.
Yo, I used to be so mad when I had to play against the dude, because it was like every time I played against him, like, he was on. Even when he was at St. Anthony's in Jersey, yo, I used to be like, yo, it's unbelievable how every time I play this nigga, he cooked me. And I never played good, yo. You
always had a bad game with Jaston?
Always.
Crazy. Yo, that shit happened.
That ride on the way home, I used to be in there with my pops. He used to be in the car looking at me like,
nigga did it again.
Like, nigga always killing you. All the time.
Yo, Jenny,
I want to ask you a poignant question. Okay, you had a successful high school career. You had a successful college career. You took an unconventional professional route.
Yeah.
You turned your back on an NBA contract, which I personally respect.
Yeah.
And you did something that most people wouldn't have done. And how long have you been overseas?
Man, this is my 11th year, because I sat out 1 year because of the injury.
Okay, so you played 11 years overseas. What are you looking to do after your playing days are over?
Man, I want to
invest.
Yeah, I definitely do that. I want to be an agent, because I feel like I done been through everything. I done seen everything.
All the grimy shit agents do.
I done played everywhere. You know, I know how these.
So you know the pitfalls. You know what to look out for, what not to look out for. Okay.
I wanna train. Like, I love to, like, training little kids and, like, teaching these kids the right way to play and, like, how to be men, even girls. Like, just being a good person. And real estate. I love real estate.
Yo, I Googled you, and for some reason, a lot of real estate shit came up. Is that you?
I love doing with real estate. It's something that
I mean, the best way for a black man to build wealth is real estate. Real estate.
I was just looking at this thing.
Generational wealth.
with that shit. So many people that do so many people that do real estate. You wouldn't even know. And it's so much. It's a great investment, yo. That's what I want to do, man.
Yo, right. I got.
Let me know.
I got a little man, right? His father is watching us right now. His name is Ethan. Little young kid. He's like 8, 9 years old. You feel me? He's nice. He's been playing ball since he was like 2 years old. He woke up playing basketball. Do you have any advice for him? Like, you know, he's only 8, 9 years old. You feel me? So it's like some young boy.
Ethan from Dykeman.
Yeah, Ethan from Dykeman.
But there's an Ethan all across the world.
All right, but yeah, there's an Ethan all across the world. But you know, this little Ethan, he be focused, yo.
Okay.
Like, he takes basketball serious. Okay. You feel me?
Keep that focus. Like, keep that focus. Keep that grind. there's gonna be a lot of people on your way to going where you want to go that's gonna tell you can't do this, you can't do that. Just stay focused. Like, stay around the right people. Like, be around people that's gonna help you, that's gonna encourage you, not people that's gonna veer you into other directions and want to do other things. You know, that was a big thing with me. Like, I had friends that they kept me focused. You know what I'm saying? And like, just don't listen to everything else on the outside. Just like follow your heart, follow your dream, do what you want to do. You know, just that's basically
And
it.
you know what's good for him? He got a father like we did.
Yeah, he can't.
That's a fact.
So,
He got his father is the real deal.
Yeah.
I look up to his father. We all the same age.
So
man.
Ray, before we wrap it up, man, we had some good discussion. I wanted to ask you just the last thing. What was your? I know we spoke about what kept it going, and it was all the people telling you that you can't do it. But what really was your motive? What really made you go? Like, what made you tick? Was it all the people telling you can't do this, or it was something that you felt like, nah, like, I could do this. I'm going to prove them wrong, and I'm going to do it my way.
All right. Basically, I mean, when I was young, like when I was real young, like I wanted to go to the NBA. Like I told you, I used to watch my father play, and then I used to watch games. I used to sit home. Like, that was my motivation. Like, I wanted to get to the NBA. I wanted to play in the NBA. Like, you was not gonna tell me that I couldn't get to the NBA. I would never tell myself that I was never not going to play in the NBA. And that was my main, like, driving force behind me. And, like, along the way, I picked up, like, those other things, like I was saying, about, like, not wanting to play with top teams and always wanting to play against other competition and stuff like that. Like, that was just, like, extra motivation for me, you know what I'm saying? But I always wanted to make NBA, and it really got to a point where I was young, I really wasn't that good, and I used to keep working on my game, and it got to a point where I noticed myself get better, and I was like, this shit really worked. Like, really working on your game and, like, grinding, like, that shit really works. And ever since then, that's how I kept my work ethic, and, like, it made me believe that I could really do it.
That's dope, man. Man, so there you have it, man. Episode 4.
That man came through and he did it. Definitely ain't go to the bathroom. He ain't shit it. But he came to speak his truth and he did that. Woo! You already know we stay black. Fuck Kanye West. We stay strapped. Ooh! Bars, nigga. Bars.
50, get the strap.
Yo, that nigga be having me dying.